Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. I know all the comedians and actors' secrets. Who's gay? Jamie Foxx. I can only say it because I can tell you the name of the duty fuck.
Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch. 13 years old. He'd be in one part of the house. He'd be like, can I, nigga, go back in there. You can't, the fuck back in there. You can't come in here. And he'd be like this, right? He slept on the couch.
Guys, it looks like things are getting worse and worse with every passing second for Sean Diddy Combs. The man just can't catch a break, and honestly, he doesn't even deserve to have one with all of the stuff that's coming out about him. First, it was the whole disgusting lawsuit with Cassie, and he tried to push that under the carpet through a settlement. Then he came in the spotlight again, with many other alleged victims speaking out, and the story didn't end there. He also got some recent visits from Homeland Security and the FBI, and along with that, there are many celebrities out there who are writing whole memoirs about the he's been pulling. But while these celebrities are safe and sound for now, there are some who have come onto Puff's radar. Yep, you guessed it. Our man Jamie Foxx apparently knew a lot about Diddy and his weird freak-off parties. When Jamie decided to talk about what used to go down at these parties, Puffy didn't like it one bit. And when Puff doesn't like something, he takes quick action to get rid of it. Apparently that's precisely what he did with Jamie. But how do we know all of this? Well, it's none other than the infamous Katt Williams who's finally exposing him for how the rapper tried to sacrifice Foxx. Now, I know I've probably got you overwhelmed with all of this chaotic news, so let's start from the beginning. Back in the day, when Combs used to host his infamous parties frequently, Jamie Foxx was one of the regular attendees. He was right there in the midst of the glitz and glamour, rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in the industry. However, as time passed, Jamie's perspective on these gatherings began to shift. No longer content with keeping Diddy's secrets under wraps, he started to open up about what really went down at these parties. From wild antics to scandalous behavior, Jamie didn't hold back. He spoke openly about the excesses, the debauchery, and the questionable activities that took place behind closed doors. His revelations sent shockwaves through the industry, challenging the carefully curated image that Diddy had cultivated for himself. This one time, Jamie Foxx decided to show Sean how to have a blast without breaking the bank. So, in one of his chats with Stephen Colbert, he reminisced about his wild times with Diddy, the guy known for throwing those over-the-top million-dollar bashes. Jamie talked about this one party he attended in Miami, where everything was top-notch. Celebs, models, yachts, choppers, you name it. But he thought it was all a bit much. So what did he do? Well, he straight up told Puff,
I'm like, you are out of your mind. And I said, Puff, I'll throw you a party for $400.
Now, that's confidence right there. Imagine Jamie's version of a party, a budget-friendly bonanza that still packs a punch. And just from this snippet of a conversation between these two, you'd understand how Foxx has really seen it all. And he's not just making up stories. Anyway, Puff Daddy actually took him up on his challenge and jetted off to Los Angeles to check out Jamie's budget-friendly bash firsthand. So, what was his secret recipe for throwing a killer party on a shoestring budget? He spent $200 on grub and booze, another $100 on a DJ, and then topped it off with another $100 for a cleaning lady. Jamie rounded up his crew from the comedy circuit, including heavyweights like Dave Chappelle, Cedric the Entertainer, and Eddie Griffin. He even threw in some talented musicians and singers for good measure. And get this, Jamie had his own studio right there in his crib where he could lay down some tracks. The result? A legendary night of pure, unadulterated fun that went on till the break of dawn. His party was off the charts, and Diddy was totally blown away by how much he could enjoy himself without dropping a fortune. Plus, to top it all off, he even laid down a track with Jamie in his studio, and guess what? It ended up becoming a smash hit. Now, that's what I call turning a challenge into a triumph. That song was called Blame It, Foxx revealed. That song went #1 for 16 weeks in a row. You know what's cool? Even after that epic party showdown, Jamie's still keeping the vibe alive with some occasional shindigs at his place. But here's the kicker. They're a bit more chill now compared to the wild days of yore. Jamie's learned a thing or two from him about how to craft those unforgettable moments for his guests. He taught me the ropes when it comes to throwing parties, Jamie shared. And you know what? He showed me how to make people feel like VIPs.
I'm following Puff, and his parties were like amazing. We in Philly one day. I fly to Philly, town car, same business, go up, but Puff say this party, Playboy, this party right here.
And they were really close.
And he used to have these things called butt naked basketball games, okay? he would invite over a lot of like Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only. And they would be like, oh, we're just gonna get naked and play basketball. It's like, oh, haha. If you wanna know like who was probably at these games, just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around for years.
Like, you can only imagine how good of a friend you'd have to be to someone to get invited to play outdoor sports completely naked. But now things have changed. While he's on a mission to expose the rapper, many old clips of him talking about Puff have resurfaced. One of the clips was Foxx dishing some serious dirt about a run-in he had with Diddy back in the day. So apparently Jamie talked about how he tried to jump him. Why? Well, it all went down because Jamie cracked a joke about P. Daddy's then-girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez. So you know that with time, their bond weakened and he started to really see Puff for who he is. And once all that stuff started coming out about Sean Combs, aka Puffy, things started spiraling for Foxx.
That's why you never see the product suffer, because I am the product. That's why he never is nowhere re-upping, because he is re-up.
I mean, do you remember that crazy time when Jamie had that scary health scare? And it was just before Cassie hit Diddy with that huge lawsuit bombshell? Well, guess what? Word on the street says it might have all been cooked up by Combs himself. Katt's dishing out all the juicy details on how Jamie ended up fighting for his life. It's like something out of a movie, right? And now, it looks like he's finally facing the music. I mean, we've all seen him skating on thin ice for years. But who would have thought it'd get this intense? The stuff people are saying about him now is seriously disturbing. If even a fraction of it's true, he's in deep trouble. It's like his rap sheet makes R. Kelly's scandals look like child's play. But wait, there's more. In addition to all the other dirt that's been flying around lately, there's a fresh batch of rumors swirling about Diddy's involvement in Jamie's hospitalization. Crazy, huh? It's like the drama never stops with that guy. And what's worse is that this isn't the first time allegations like these have come up against the rapper. Yeah, Diddy's been in the hot seat before with these kinds of accusations. People have been gossiping for ages that he might have been involved in some shady stuff, like possibly poisoning his ex, Kim Porter. And if that's not enough, there were also rumors flying around about him and Kim's ex, Al B. Sure, it's wild, right? Plus, it's kind of spooky how all these folks like Andre and Heavy D were working on projects about their lives and then tragedy struck. It's like there's this whole eerie pattern going on, and the parallels between what happened to Al and Jamie are seriously uncanny. They both just collapsed out of the blue and then had this intense battle to survive. And what's really eerie is that neither of them has opened up about what really went down. It's like there's this big mystery surrounding both cases that nobody's been able to crack.
Tonight, speaking out for the first time since a medical scare back in April, but still not disclosing what put him in the hospital.
I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through.
Later, he must have realized that people are catching on to the fact that he's too quiet, and so he put out a statement. He opened up about his hospitalization in April 2023 in a heartfelt Instagram video. While the reason for his admission wasn't disclosed, his daughter Corinne mentioned he faced a medical complication without giving specifics. Foxx expressed gratitude towards his sister Deidre Dixon, his daughter, and the medical team, crediting them with saving his life. In the emotional video, the 55-year-old singer and actor shared,
I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through. And I know a lot of people were waiting, or wanting to hear updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through.
Foxx also took a moment to address the rumors that had been circulating about his condition, emphasizing the importance of setting the record straight.
By being quiet, sometimes things get out of hand. People saying what I got. Some people said I was blind, but as you can see, the eyes are working. The eyes are working just fine. Said I was paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. But I did I went to hell and back.
Acknowledging the bumps in his recovery journey, he admitted,
I'm coming back, and I'm able to work. So I want to thank the people that let me work. And I just want to say that I love everybody, and I love all of the love that I got.
It's a powerful moment of honesty from Foxx. reaffirming his resilience and appreciation for the support he received during a challenging time. Now, if it's true that Diddy planted a hit on the poor guy, the first question that comes to mind is, how did it get so bad? There's this whole theory floating around that the reason behind the health scares and tragedies involving Jamie Foxx and others might be linked to what they knew about Puffy's alleged misdeeds. And let's dive into Jamie's connection with him because it's pretty intriguing. After Jamie's hospital stint, he dropped this cryptic message on social media. They killed this dude named Jesus. What do you think they'll do to you? Fake friends, fake love. It had people speculating if there's a connection to those wild Diddy rumors. And here's where it gets juicy. Before Jamie's health scare, he used to talk about the legendary parties. Apparently, Jamie was right in the mix, even bringing along his camera to capture all the madness. But we're not talking about some little smartphone camera here. He had the whole shebang, a big, intrusive Canon with a battery pack and everything.
But at that time, it wasn't like the little camera y'all got. It was the big, intrusive Canon. I had a battery pack. Hold on, man. Let me change the pack. Put my light on here. Do that again, Puff. Do that again. I missed that one. Do that again. Put the pack. So I started following him. So I followed him the whole time. I remember watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel, filming this. And it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man.
I guess Puff never imagined that this guy would turn on him, but that's exactly what happened. But wait, what exactly did he say that he got Combs so riled up? In a recent interview on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Jamie Foxx shared some intriguing anecdotes about his experiences at the rapper's extravagant parties. Reflecting back, Foxx recounted how he once transformed his own home into a makeshift nightclub for Diddy, complete with modest decorations, a DJ, and ample alcohol. Surprisingly, the low-key affair turned out to be a hit, with even Leonardo DiCaprio making an appearance, adding to the lively atmosphere by dancing on the furniture. However, not all of Foxx's memories of these parties are as lighthearted. He also recalled attending one of his exclusive gatherings, reserved for the crème de la crème of celebrities. Despite the initial allure, Foxx described the atmosphere as unsettling, with instances of drug use, violence, and reports of sexual assault behind closed doors. Witnessing disturbing incidents unfold, including stabbings and thefts, Foxx found himself compelled to leave the event prematurely to ensure his own safety. It was a stark reminder of the darker side that can sometimes lurk behind the glamour of Hollywood's elite social scene. He also shared that he learned a lot from Diddy's parties, both good and bad. He admired his love for music and fun, but also saw the risks of too much fame and partying. Foxx tried to balance his own parties to be enjoyable, yet safe. He always had a music studio at his place for spontaneous jam sessions with his guests. Foxx's stories about his parties are eye-opening, showing a side of the industry most people don't know. They also reveal how Foxx made his mark in music using his charm, humor, and creativity. And that was the drama brewing between Diddy and Foxx, with tension simmering beneath the surface. While Foxx seemed to have some reservations about these parties, he chose to keep things relatively low-key and talked about them only a couple of times. However, it seemed like Diddy wasn't too keen on having his business aired out, and Foxx found himself on the receiving end of some pressure to keep quiet. But now we have Katt Williams in the equation, who wasn't about to toe the line. Known for his boldness, Williams wasn't afraid to speak his mind. He saw through the facade and was ready to expose what really went down at Diddy's infamous gatherings, including what happened to Foxx and the scandalous shenanigans that took place behind closed doors. With Williams in the mix, it seemed like the lid was about to blow off, and Puffy might have some explaining to do.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
Now, all of this is not entirely hard to believe, because it's not just Katt and Jamie who are blowing the whistle on the rapper. Many people before these two had tried to warn us, and we have names of his alleged victims too, with one of them being Usher. Usher's journey in the entertainment world started early on, practically from childhood. At just 10 years old, he was already making moves, joining an R&B crew called the New Beginnings, and even dropping an album with them. However, his mom, Jonetta, intervened at some point, pulling him out of the scene. What's intriguing is that she never fully explained why, but there were whispers suggesting that Usher had a rough time. Now, here's where things take a disturbing turn. In a recent interview with Kevin Hart, Diddy casually mentioned that he and Usher used to wrestle together when Usher was that young. It's an unsettling revelation, given the significant age gap and the implications it raises.
I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes.
Back in his early days with LaFace Records, Usher found himself under the mentorship of Combs. Fresh-faced and barely a teenager at 14, Usher made the move to New York to join forces with Diddy. But their collaboration went beyond just making music. Diddy wanted Usher to add a bit of edge to his image, so he brought him along to his extravagant parties. Usher opened up about this in a 2011 interview, explaining why Puffy encouraged him to embrace a grittier persona. Puff had his reasons, Usher said. My first album didn't exactly set the world on fire, but it laid the foundation for my career, which has now spanned 18 years. It taught me the value of having a mentor, which is why I'm now paying it forward with Justin Bieber. It's not just about the music, it's about staying authentic and relevant. Puff knew what he was doing, and it's a lesson I've carried with me throughout my industry journey. So, behind the scenes, success isn't just about chart-topping hits and awards. It's also about the weird parties these up-and-coming singers had to be a part of just so they could learn more about the industry. And his parties are the only well-known gatherings that sounded like a red flag. There was also the Puffy Flavor Camp. Usher once said that when he was about 14 or 15, he stayed with Combs and was a part of the Puffy Flavor Camp. While he didn't delve into specifics of what he witnessed, he did acknowledge that things got pretty wild.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
When Stern's co-host, Robin Quivers, inquired if any women around Combs made advances toward him, Usher clarified,
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
He emphasized that his primary focus was on music rather than extracurricular activities. And the way he dodged that question, you and I both know what kind of things must be going on there. During that period, Combs collaborated with numerous up-and-coming musicians, but Usher stood out as the only child in the mix, which makes all of this even more disgusting. Usher mentioned that while he did attend many parties during his time with Combs, there was also a commitment to ensuring his education didn't take a back seat. Combs arranged for a tutor to support Usher in keeping up with his studies. Additionally, Usher revealed that he received an allowance, which served as a proactive measure to keep him on the right track and away from potential trouble. But all of us know as well that Puff has a reputation for luring kids in with money, cars, and whatnot. I mean, do you remember what happened with Justin Bieber?
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives. Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come in LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, look at the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready. Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Josh.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah.
Anyway, allegedly, Usher's mom, Janetta Patton, got wind of some sketchy happenings at Puffy Flavor Camp. There's speculation swirling around whether she knowingly handed Usher over to the rapper or if she was unaware of the full extent of what was going on. The rumors circulating about Puffy Flavor Camp are seriously unsettling, with some suggesting that Diddy allowed older women to engage with Usher, and even more disturbing claims insinuating that Combs himself was involved in something harmful. And now, Katt Williams has been all over this now. It's like he's on a mission or something, determined to unravel all the shady stuff Puffy's been up to. And guess what? He's not backing down for anyone. Nope, not scared at all. Katt's ready to dive deep and expose every last bit of dirt that the rapper's been hiding all these years. Seriously, he's like a bulldog with a bone, refusing to let go until he gets to the bottom of it all. You can practically see the fire in his eyes like he's on a crusade or something. It's kind of inspiring, you know? And the best part? He's not playing it safe. Katt's ready to go to any lengths to bring all of this to light. He's not afraid to ruffle some feathers or step on some toes if it means getting to the truth. It's like he's saying enough is enough. He's not letting Sean Combs or anyone else off the hook. Katt's all about justice, about making sure those who've been pulling the strings behind the scenes finally faced the music.
Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need another one. You here, get you another one.
Thank you, sir.
So, what do you think? Did Diddy really plant a hit on poor Foxx? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.